Let me ask you something gently. Have you ever reached for a small snack late at night, not because you were truly hungry, but simply out of routine? Maybe a cracker, a cookie, or a little leftover dessert. It feels harmless, doesn't it? But here's something many people don't realize. What you eat before bed quietly affects how your brain and eyes age over time. Certain choices can support clarity and vision, while others slowly work against them, night after night. Research has shown that many adults over 65 experience changes in memory and vision long before they notice clear symptoms. In fact, early shifts in eye health often appear years before memory issues are ever diagnosed. These changes don't happen all at once. They develop slowly, often while we're sleeping. What's interesting is that the brain and the eyes are closely connected. They're both sensitive to nighttime inflammation, reduced circulation, and gradual nutrient loss. And one small factor can influence all of this: the kind of food we choose in the evening. Most people think of healthy snacks as something for the afternoon, to get through the day. But the right light snack before bed can actually support repair, help the eyes adapt better at night, and leave you feeling mentally clearer in the morning. This isn't about extreme diets or expensive supplements. In this video, I'll share 4 simple, everyday foods, natural and affordable, that gently support brain and eye health when eaten at the right time. These are items many people already have at home or can easily find at the grocery store. I'll also explain why they work and share the story of a 73-year-old woman who noticed clearer thinking and improved vision within a few weeks, simply by changing one small nighttime habit. Whether you've already noticed some mental fog or you're just thinking about protecting your mind and eyesight for the years ahead, this video is made for you. And if you're new here, you're always welcome to subscribe. Vital Health is all about helping you stay clear-minded, steady, and independent, one gentle step at a time. Let's take a quiet look at a food that's often overlooked, especially as we get older: walnuts. They may seem simple, even ordinary, but inside them is something your brain truly appreciates, particularly in the evening. Walnuts are one of the few foods that naturally contain alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fat that supports brain cells directly. As we age, the protective layer around our brain cells slowly wears down. This can make thinking feel slower, names harder to recall, and focus less steady than it used to be. What's reassuring is that ALA has been shown to help protect this delicate structure and support the brain's natural repair process. Research following older adults who regularly included walnuts in their diet found improvements in memory, attention, and communication between brain regions over time. Walnuts also contain natural plant compounds that help calm inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 quiet factors that play a role in age-related vision changes. In studies involving adults over 60, adding walnuts to the diet was linked with better retinal function and reduced strain on the optic nerve within just a few months. There's no mystery behind it, it's how the body responds to the right nutrients. When you eat walnuts, several helpful processes gently begin. The body increases antioxidants that help repair everyday cellular wear. The brain activates compounds that support new connections. And in the evening, walnuts may help the nervous system settle, encouraging deeper, more restorative sleep. You don't need a large amount. Just 5 to 7 walnut halves, about half an hour before bed, can be enough. Eating them raw keeps their natural benefits intact. Some people enjoy them with a small slice of banana if they prefer a touch of sweetness at night. To make it more real, consider this example. David, 72, had started losing track during conversations and forgetting familiar names. He added a small handful of raw walnuts to his evening routine. Within a few weeks, his wife noticed he seemed more focused, more engaged, and he was sleeping more peacefully too. That's the quiet strength of a thoughtful habit. No pills, no complicated routines, just a food that has supported the human brain for generations. And the encouraging part is this: the brain keeps responding, at any age, when it's given what it needs. So the next time a sugary snack calls your name late at night, pause for a moment. Choosing walnuts instead may give your brain the chance to rest, restore, and quietly do its work while you sleep. Now let's move to something much smaller, yet surprisingly powerful: blueberries. These little berries may look simple, but they're naturally designed to protect two of the most delicate parts of the body, the brain and the eyes. And they continue doing their work while you sleep. Blueberries are rich in anthocyanins, the natural compounds that give them their deep blue color. Beyond color, these compounds gently support brain tissue by calming inflammation and improving blood flow to areas involved in memory and focus. Research involving older adults has shown that regular blueberry intake is linked with better recall and clearer thinking over time. They're just as supportive for the eyes. The retina, the light-sensing layer at the back of the eye, works constantly and needs steady oxygen and protection, especially at night when circulation naturally slows. Blueberries help by reducing oxidative stress in retinal cells and supporting smoother signal transmission from the eyes to the brain. This support may also help slow age-related changes that affect night vision. Another quiet benefit is how blueberries encourage the release of compounds that protect existing brain cells and support the growth of new connections. This is especially helpful during sleep, when the brain naturally focuses on repair and cleanup. While you rest, blueberry nutrients continue to support this process, helping protect both memory centers and the visual cortex. There's also a gentle bonus many people don't realize. Blueberries contain small amounts of natural melatonin, the same hormone that helps regulate sleep. This means they can support deeper, more settled rest, which further helps the brain and eyes recover overnight. For the best benefit, fresh or frozen wild blueberries are ideal. These smaller, darker berries tend to be more concentrated than larger varieties. You don't need much, about 1/3 of a cup, eaten 30 to 60 minutes before bed, is enough. No sugar, no additives, just the berries as they are. Because protecting your mind and vision doesn't always require complicated solutions. Sometimes, the most effective support has been growing quietly in nature all along. Sometimes the most helpful foods are the ones we hardly notice anymore. And when it comes to supporting the brain after 60, few foods are as underestimated as a simple boiled egg. No labels, no promises, just a naturally balanced food that contains one nutrient the brain relies on deeply: choline. Choline helps the body produce acetylcholine, a messenger the brain uses for memory, focus, and clear communication between cells. As we grow older, the body makes less of it on its own. When levels drop, it can feel harder to stay focused or remember small details throughout the day. What's encouraging is that even small dietary changes can help. Research involving older adults has shown that those who get enough choline tend to perform better on memory and visual tasks. And one boiled egg provides a meaningful amount, close to 1/3 of what many older adults need in a day. Eggs also support the eyes in a gentle but important way. They naturally contain lutein and zeaxanthin, two compounds that settle into the retina and lens. These act like a natural filter, helping reduce strain from light exposure and protecting eye tissue from oxidative stress. Over time, this support is linked with clearer vision, better contrast, and more comfort in low-light conditions. One reason eggs stand out is how easily the body can use their nutrients. The choline and eye-supporting compounds in eggs are already in a form the body absorbs well, especially when eaten whole, yolk included. To make it more personal, here's a simple example. Evelyn, 75, noticed she was misplacing things more often and struggling to recall names. She added one boiled egg to her evening routine. A few weeks later, she said she felt more focused in the mornings, not suddenly, but steadily. That's how food-based support often works. There's no sudden surge, just quiet improvement over time. You don't need more than one. A single hard-boiled egg, eaten about an hour to an hour and a half before bed, can support memory processing overnight and help protect the eyes as you rest. Eat it plain, with a pinch of salt, or alongside a little avocado if you enjoy that. Because while you sleep, your brain is strengthening memory pathways, and your eyes are getting a chance to recover. And all it took was one simple, familiar food. Yes, dark chocolate. Not the sugary kind, and not candy bars. We're talking about real, simple dark chocolate made with a high amount of cacao. When chosen carefully, it can quietly support both brain and eye health, especially in the evening. Cacao is naturally rich in compounds called flavonols. These plant compounds help blood vessels relax and open more easily, allowing oxygen-rich blood to move where it's needed most. This matters more as we age, because circulation naturally slows and blood vessels become less flexible. The brain and the eyes, which rely heavily on steady oxygen, often feel this change first, particularly at night. Studies involving older adults have shown that cacao flavonols support better blood flow to key areas of the brain linked with memory and focus. Over time, this gentle support helps keep vessels more responsive and encourages healthier circulation, rather than just providing a short-lived boost. The eyes benefit too. The retina works constantly and is sensitive to light exposure and everyday oxidative stress. Compounds found in dark chocolate help protect this delicate tissue and support clearer visual signals. In research settings, adults who consumed dark chocolate showed improvements in contrast and visual clarity, especially noticeable with age. There's also a calming effect many people appreciate. Dark chocolate naturally supports the release of serotonin and dopamine, messengers linked with mood, relaxation, and mental clarity. In the evening, this can help the body settle, making it easier to unwind and drift into deeper sleep. The key is choosing the right kind. Look for dark chocolate with at least 70% cacao and minimal added sugar. Simpler ingredients are better. You only need a small amount, 1 or 2 small squares, enjoyed about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Let it melt slowly and take your time with it. This isn't about indulgence. It's a small, comforting ritual that works quietly in the background. While you rest, cacao compounds support circulation, help nourish brain tissue, and protect your eyes from daily wear. Sometimes, the most restorative habits are also the ones that feel the most gentle. By now, you may be thinking, how do I actually use this in real life? How do you turn this information into something simple, without stress, strict rules, or spending extra time in the kitchen? Here's the good news. You don't need to change everything at once. This is a gentle nighttime snack plan designed to support your brain, your eyes, and your sleep, starting as soon as tonight. About 60 to 90 minutes before bed, choose any 2 of the 4 foods we've talked about. Walnuts. Blueberries. A boiled egg. Dark chocolate. Not all 4, and not in large amounts. Just 2 small, nourishing choices are enough to support your body's natural repair process while you sleep. For example, one evening, you might enjoy a few walnut halves with a small piece of dark chocolate. Another night, a boiled egg alongside a small handful of blueberries may feel just right. Some evenings, blueberries and dark chocolate together can be both simple and satisfying. There's no perfect combination. The real goal is consistency, not strict routines. Choose what feels easy and enjoyable. Eat slowly, without distractions if you can. Let this be a quiet signal to your body that the day is winding down and that you're giving it what it needs to recover. A few gentle tips that make this even easier. Keep a few boiled eggs in the fridge so they're ready when you need them. Frozen wild blueberries work just as well as fresh and are easy to store. Choose dark chocolate with a higher cacao content and simple ingredients. Store walnuts in a sealed container to keep them fresh. If you follow this plan a few evenings each week, many people begin to notice small but meaningful changes: clearer focus in the morning, less eye strain in the evening, and more restful sleep. Because food isn't just fuel. It's a message. It tells your brain, your eyes, and your cells how to care for you while you rest. And when you choose supportive foods before bed, you're not just eating, you're giving your body the tools it needs to rebuild, quietly and naturally. Some of the most meaningful changes don't begin with big promises or complicated plans. They begin quietly, with a simple choice you make in your kitchen before bed. No prescriptions. No procedures. Just a moment of care. Your brain and your eyes don't ask for much. They don't need extremes. They respond to consistency, to nourishment, and to those small, thoughtful habits we repeat over time. A few real foods. A calm moment. A signal that says, I'm taking care of myself. You've seen how each of these foods plays a role. How walnuts support the brain's natural connections. How blueberries help protect delicate eye tissue. How one boiled egg can gently support memory and focus. And how a little dark chocolate can encourage healthy circulation where it matters most. Now it's simply about beginning. You might start with something like this. One evening, a boiled egg with a few walnut halves. Another night, a small handful of blueberries and a square or two of dark chocolate. Some nights, you'll repeat what felt best. Other nights, you'll mix it up. There's no strict schedule to follow. No measuring, no tracking, no guilt. Just listening to your body and choosing what feels supportive. Food doing what food was always meant to do. The body hasn't forgotten how to heal. It just needs the right signals. And each time you choose a nourishing snack, you're sending one, I still care. I'm still investing in my future. If you've stayed with me to this point, thank you. It tells me you're not just watching, you're thinking, considering, and maybe even ready to take that first step. Ready to wake up feeling a little clearer. To rest your eyes with less strain. To move through your day with more confidence. And if this video helped you in any small way, feel free to like it, share it, or leave a comment about which snack you're starting with. And if you'd like to stay connected, you're always welcome to subscribe to Vital Health. Because it's never too late to support your mind, protect your vision, and choose strength, one gentle bite at a time. Sleep well tonight. Your body knows what to do next.